Today, I want to show you how to draw realistic bubbles using oil pastels. Once you get the hang of it, there's so much you can do with this pattern, and it's not as tricky as you might think. For this drawing lesson, you'll need construction paper, a pencil, and oil pastels. I used white, red, yellow, and blue. First, let's make a big circle. Using your white pastel, trace over your circle. Don't color inside the circle, just give it a nice outline. Thick or thin, it's up to you. Next, I want to show you the pattern for coloring bubbles. The rainbow colors you see on real bubbles are a result of light waves being divided, like in a prism, as it passes through the soap. Different colors of light reflect at different angles, and because bubbles are circular, those colors often appear in a mirrored pattern. To make the illusion of a bubble on paper, we're going to color in a mirrored pattern. Put your pastels down and watch this. Red up here, red down there. Blue up here, blue down there. Yellow on one side, yellow on the other. See, it's a pattern. Let's do it together. Use red to color along the curve of your bubble. Your line should sit right between the white and the dark background, like a sandwich. White on the outside, red in the middle, black on the inside. Next is blue. Add blue to the top and bottom, just like a mirror. Let the blue overlap with your red to make purple. Now grab your yellow pastel and fill in the spaces you haven't colored yet, on the left and the right. Where yellow touches blue, you'll make green. Where it touches red, you'll make orange. Remember, don't color the inside of the bubble. We're just coloring the edge, like a ring. Oil pastels are all about layering, so you must let your colors blend to get the true rainbow look. You might even want to go over the edges again to make your secondary colors, that's green, orange, and purple, really vibrant. Pause the video here if you need to catch up. Next, we're going to add the highlight. Watch how I do it first, then give it a try. Using the same mirroring technique, draw a white curved line near the outside edge of your bubble. I picked the top left. Now draw another line just the same on the opposite side, in this case, the bottom right. I wanted these highlights to be very bright, so I gave them a shape, sort of a triangle but curved. Then I added some small dots, because highlights can come in all shapes and sizes. Now let's make those highlights match the rest of the bubble by adding our rainbows around the edges. I tried to follow the mirror coloring pattern, but really, as long as you put colors along the outside edge of your highlight, it should look good. And ta-da! There's your bubble. Now you know how to make one bubble. Let's create the effect of many bubbles floating and popping all over our paper. First, draw circles all over your paper. Trace around them with your white pastel. Now, repeat the rainbow mirror coloring pattern on each bubble. I made my process go a little faster by coloring all the red first, then all the blue, then all the yellow. Next, add your highlights. You can make them all the same or all a little different. And don't forget to add some little rainbows around your highlights. Sometimes I go back over the white outlines after this step to make sure they don't disappear. Last but not least, you can show some bubbles popping. Using your white, make short marks that reach toward a center point, like a little explosion made of sprinkles. Now that we know how to draw bubbles and have had some practice, let's take it to the next level. You can use the same rainbow mirror technique on any shape, not just circles. Bubble letters really takes on a whole new meaning. To draw a bubble letter, start by writing a letter big, then trace around your letter. It's important to keep your outlines round like bubbles. not square or pointy. Then you can erase the inside letter and start the coloring process. White outlines, rainbow colors, highlights, and pop. Now that you've learned this new skill, what kind of bubbles will you make? There are so many possibilities. Thanks for making art with me today.